And we have some breaking news this morning. Jersey City's mayor and public safety officials are set to update the investigation into yesterday's deadly shootout in Jersey City. Let's listen in. Mayor Fulop about to take the podium.
Come on, man. Can you fix my mic, please? Can you use your mic? Let me see your mic. Tilt that television mic in down.
As good as it's gonna get.
All right, guys. We're gonna have to. Forward. Look at forward. Can you hold the mic?
We got it.
No, it's not going to hold. Do you want to hold this? You want to hold this right here? You want to hold this? Yeah. It's going to fall. Okay. All right. So look. Let me just get started here in the interest of time. Let me get started in the interest of time. So we had the opportunity to review cameras last night, and we just thought that it was important to keep the public abreast of the information as we get it. You know, at the time of the incident yesterday, it was difficult to understand intent, and there's still a lot of questions around that. But after reviewing the CCTV cameras on the Jersey City side, we do feel comfortable that it was a targeted attack on the Jewish Kosher deli across the street here. We could see the van moving through Jersey City streets slowly. The perpetrator stopped in front of there, calmly opened the door with two long rifles, him and the other perpetrator, and began firing from the street into the facility. Let me just say that there were two officers on a walking post 1 block south. And when they heard the gunshots, they responded immediately. From what we can tell in the CCTV cameras, had they not responded and had they not been there in that location, more than likely more people would have died. The reason that those perpetrators seemed to be inside of that deli and not able to move potentially to the school or to inflict more harm was because the police responded immediately and returned fire. That's what we have up till now. And I'll turn it over to the public safety director if he wants to add any additional information.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is yesterday when we answered questions about the incident, as the mayor said, the incident was still developing and was still hot, and we didn't know exactly how it began, how our officers interacted. Having had an opportunity to go through the video over the night, we now know this did not begin with gunfire between police officers and the perpetrators and then moved to the store. It began with an attack on the civilians in the store. And then our officers, who were posted a block away, immediately responded to the sound of the gunfire heroically, placed themselves in the line of fire attempting to give the information, and both of them received gunshot wounds as a result. And within seconds, more Jersey City police officers responded to their calls, pulled them out of the line of fire, and continued to engage the gunmen, the two people carrying guns inside the store. So just agree with the mayor. Without that response immediately from those police officers, immediately and heroically, I believe the streets were filled with people and the schools surrounding were filled with people. With the amount of ammunition they had, we have to assume they would have continued attacking human beings if we hadn't been there. Before you start, any questions about the investigation? Any use of force by a police officer in the state of New Jersey is investigated by the Attorney General's office and the local prosecutor. They have dedicated professionals that are investigating the entire incident now. We will not speak anything to the investigation because that's their purview, and they will leave no stone unturned finding out everything we need to know, and then you'll be updated by them.
How are the two people connected to the
Can handle one question at a time?
Two questions. One, is this being investigated in the meantime?
Let me just say, we can't comment on the Attorney General side of the investigation. We're not at liberty to disclose the names of any of the victims or the actors at this point. That's New Jersey law on how the investigation will proceed from here. What we did want to comment on was the CCTV cameras from the Jersey City side that we felt comfortable with commenting on, and we thought it was important for the public to be aware of that. We're going to be meeting with leadership in the Jewish community later today. We're in constant contact with the public school system, providing mental health counseling from the city side, and I'm sure more information will come out later today.
But in terms of what you actually saw on that video, I mean, is there anything that stood out that made you think that this was targeted? What exactly are you seeing? Are you able to say?
On the video, they parked the van, they exit the van with the rifle, with the long guns in their hand, and immediately begin firing toward the location that we lost 3 of our citizens in yesterday. So there were multiple other people on the streets, so there were many other targets available to them that they bypassed to attack that place. So It was clearly that was their target, and they intended to harm people inside there. One second. One at a time, please. Pardon me?
What about the suspects? So they say they look suspicious.
We will not.
These officers recognize them from other crimes?
We will not discuss the suspects at all. That's part of the ongoing investigation, and the New Jersey Attorney General's office can answer any of those questions. No, sorry.
Let's wrap it up. Without identifying them, can you say though there was a man and a woman? The reports there was a man and a woman who are the suspects?
I'm going to stick to 2 individuals at this point.
So are we
Ma'am?
To the cemetery or the body of Trump they own? What is the difference between an anti-Semitic act for this case and someone who was just absolutely insane? This was a crime that started away from here.
We didn't say, I didn't use the words anti-Semitic. The motives are still part of the investigation. I said this location, they exited the van and they proceeded to attack this location in a targeted manner. Anything else is open for investigation, and I'm sure, as I said, I have nothing but confidence in the people investigating it. They will leave no stone unturned, and they will find those answers for the community.
Look, we're not going to get into any of that stuff. That's enough information right now.
The van traveled from the cemetery here slowly, and you captured that on film?
We'll provide more information later today as it becomes available. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Were they targeted because they're Jewish?
Okay, so you've been listening to a debrief there from Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop and the Public Service Director there, just giving you a little information as to what happened yesterday. If you watched our coverage yesterday, you saw this is made up of 3 crime scenes. The Jewish deli there, where 2 perps and 3 civilians were killed in the deli there. There was also Officer Joseph Seals, who was killed at the Bayview Cemetery, and then the U-Haul. That's considered the 3rd crime scene. What Mayor Fulop is saying there is, by looking at surveillance video, they're able to confirm that this Jewish deli was targeted, that the suspects exited the U-Haul vehicle, got out, bypassed other locations, and directly targeted this Jewish deli where 3 people were killed inside, and that Jersey City police on foot nearby, responding to the shots fired, were able to trap the suspect, the 2 suspects who were deceased inside that deli, possibly saving more lives, with hundreds of shell casings being found at the 3 scenes, and also with a school being located directly across from the deli, that the quick response, the heroic response from Jersey City police possibly saved lives here. But that's the update from the Public Service Director there, and of course from Mayor Fulop, Stephen Fulop of Jersey City. The intent was that this deli was specifically targeted. As far as the suspects are concerned, they're deferring all questions to the U.S. Attorney General's office by New Jersey law. They have to wait and see exactly, but that's what we know at this point. Of course, the story today, the tragic loss of life of Jersey City Detective Joseph Seals, 15-year veteran of the Jersey City Police Force, who was killed at Bayview Cemetery. We will, of course, continue to keep you updated here on CBS 2 throughout the day, and of course at CBSN New York, our streaming service, where we've been covering this story since it broke yesterday, just about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, as developments continue to unfold and continue to be brought here to our newsroom as we continue to give you information on this. But what we can tell you yesterday, again, was Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop confirming through video sources in Jersey City that this deli was in fact targeted. You see pictures on your screen right now here of 39-year-old Joseph Seals, the detective who was killed yesterday, the father of 5 who was tragically gunned down at Bayview Cemetery off of Garfield Road in Jersey City yesterday. We're going to continue to follow this story for you and give you as much information as we can when we get it here to our CBS 2 newsroom. But now we return you to a regularly scheduled program, CBS This Morning, here on CBS 2. We'll have updates throughout the day.
From CBS 2 and WLY, this has been Breaking News.